I think we could just keep it as unprofessional as possible.
Okay, cool. Well, new game it is.
Just go for it.
Yeah.
Riddle.
Do normal.
Yeah, do normal.
I've seen other people do it on easy.
No way.
I didn't. Yeah.
Like,
okay, normal it is. Normal and normal. I'm not a coward.
This game hasn't actually got too many hard ones.
Okay.
I'll explain after the cutscene.
Yeah.
Mary, could you really be in this town?
Right. There's so many things I want to talk about already. So, wait. Don't leave just yet. So, I don't know if you can just walk, like, back the way again. So, other way.
Towards the exit.
Yeah, this way. Right, there. So, if you stop and move slightly other way, there's posters on the wall. It's Heaven's Night.
Yeah.
And then if you look at the posters, that's Mary.
Oh,
It's
is
the
it?
same model, yeah.
Oh yeah. Because I know you
You can examine like the stuff. But yeah. We haven't actually.
Your beautiful wife.
What ending do you want to go for? Because there's multiple endings.
I figured because I know that looking at these certain amounts changes
it changes
the outcome.
Yeah. So there's I think there's like good ending, bad ending. I think In Water is a separate ending, or that could be the bad ending. And then there's the alien ending, which we won't go for because it's pointless.
Dog ending's my favorite.
Dog ending is good, but it's also pointless. My favorite one is like In Water is the best one because it's super depressing. Like as it just goes on, it gets worse and worse. It's so fun.
Okay.
The riddles in this aren't. You can come off the screen now because you're gonna fuck the ending up.
Yeah. Oh really? Is it time spent looking at it then?
It must be either time spent and like you going actually on it.
Right. Okay.
It just tracks everything.
Because I was gonna say, do one of us? Do you want to read written stuff out loud, or shall I do it?
You do it if you want it. Yeah.
Okay. Because a lot of them I haven't seen before.
True, and I'll probably like start reading it and be like, "Oh my god, that's this."
You love this game, and I've watched playthroughs, but I've never played it myself. So
I wouldn't say I know like everything about this game, but I know enough.
See that town?
Yeah.
Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said Mary. My wife's name. It's ridiculous. Couldn't possibly be true. That's what I keep telling myself. A dead person can't write a letter. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago. So then, why am I looking for her? Our special place. What could she mean? This whole town was our special place. To Does she mean the park on the lake? We spent the whole day there. Just the two of us, staring at the water. Could Mary really be there? Is she really alive? Waiting for me?
So, like, the premise of this game is basically your wife's dead, and then you receive a letter from your wife saying that she's in your special place in Silent Hill. So then you go off to Silent Hill to find your wife who is dead. Right? If I got a letter from someone who I knew was dead, I would just be like, "Oh, that was late." Like that was just bad timing, really.
Depends on the date on it, I think.
It's so bizarre.
I'm not sure I would immediately
go there.
Yeah, but I don't know. James seems like a
pretty dedicated,
forward-thinking individual.
Yeah. They don't ever clear up what the disease was either. Like it just says the disease. So I think it's kind of implied like cancer or something like that.
Yeah.
But they never state exactly what it is.
One of the fun ones.
Yeah, one of the like happy fun time ones. And that plays like a massive part in not just the story, but like the monsters and like every aspect of this game. Is like his and Mary's relationship and Mary's illness and everything else. And I always found this a bit creepy as a kid as well, because like the music's pretty messed up, and then you can hear stuff in the background like moving along, like scuttling along.
Yeah, see that's one of the things I was going to ask was, so my experience of Silent Hill is a few playthroughs in the two films.
Yeah.
Where does the line? There's a Silent Hill we're in now, which is in the real world, was my understanding, and then there's the other world, which is where it turns to whatever the theme is of the game, whether it's industrial or rotten or whatever.
The best way to look at it is just ignore the films, because the films kind of mess it up a bit. So Silent Hill as a whole, not just like this world and the other world, is just like a mysterious like place that exists out of time. So what James is in now is Silent Hill in the real world, but it doesn't really exist. So like other people are in James's Silent Hill, but there's like other Silent Hills going on at the same time as this. But based on who's in that is what those people are going to see, which plays into like the monsters and everything else, which we'll see in a bit.
Because I know. Well, I'll talk about it when we meet her.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Let's meet.
Excuse me,
I'm sorry. I
No,
was
it's
just...
okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost.
Lost?
Yeah. I'm looking for Silent Hill. Is this the right way?
Yeah. It's hard to see with this fog, but there's only the one road. You can't miss it.
Thanks.
But...
Yes?
I think you'd better stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it. It's kind of hard to explain, but...
Is it dangerous?
Maybe. And it's not just the fog, either.
Okay, I got it. I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
No, I believe you. It's just... I guess I really don't care if it's dangerous or not. I'm going to town either way.
But why?
I'm looking for... someone.
Who is it?
Someone... very important to me. I'd do anything if I could be with her again.
Me too. I'm looking for my mama. I mean my mother. It's been so long since I've seen her. I thought my father and brother were here, but I can't find them either. I'm sorry. It's not your problem.
I hope you find them.
Yeah, you too.
So, there's quite a few interesting points to pick up that. So, she referred to her mother or mum as mama,
Yeah.
which is kind of like a juvenile thing to do. Like when you were a kid, you'd maybe say mama.
Yeah.
And then also, first of all, she's in the graveyard, which is kind of weird. But she also said she's not just looking for her mama, but she's also looking for her brother and father. And she was like, "Oh, I thought they would be here, but they're not." She's standing in the graveyard, so
Yeah.
is she looking for their graves? Like,
Yeah.
or like, are the three of them dead? Like, how does it play out, kind of thing?
Yeah, I think it sets a tone that the third person you meet is a fucking weirdo in a graveyard.
Yeah, I definitely.
Aren't you looking for someone?
That's right.
So if you keep on doing it until you get like the final one, because the final one's the best one.
What is it?
Oh,
That's not.
nothing. Sure is quiet here, huh?
I guess.
I'm
So-
guessing one more.
No, it's that one. I think there is one more, but then you just get a second one again. But the second one's the best one.
Yeah.
So that's like James. I wouldn't say like flirting, but he's clearly like trying to get something out of her, and she just has no interest in him whatsoever. Like she's just very cold and shut off in a way.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of the characters in this game have some kind of issues, including James, and that's what brings them all to Silent Hill. And like,
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing of Silent Hill is that it's people with some kind of inner conflict, right?
Yeah,
Apart from, what's her name from the third one, the girl you play as?
you play as Heather, the third one.
Heather.
Yeah,
She doesn't have any internal conflict, right? She's there because the people from Silent Hill brought her there,
so
manipulated.
there's
Whatever.
I would say there's two sort of branching aspects of Silent Hill. You've got the cult in Silent Hill, which is sort of the first and third games.
And that's what the films ran with,
And
right?
that's where the films,
They went in heavy with the cult stuff.
which is fair enough because it does kind of make the most sense from a film's perspective. Like it's easier to follow that way. But you got the side, like the other side of things, which is like if you're kind of messed up, you get attracted to Silent Hill, which is what the second game is about.
Yeah.
Like there's no cult in this, but it's about the actual characters and them trying to find like people they're looking for, or find themselves, or like discover something, which is way more interesting. Because the cult stuff was just fun. A lot of time, story just gets explained because the cult are behind it, which is just a bit boring, really.
Yeah. I think the idea that it's like a mental, like a punishment
Yeah, like
for something they did, or
a purgatory kind of thing, like he's stuck in limbo
Yeah.
kind of thing.
which is I know is a strong theme in this game, is that most of the people you meet have done something. But it's cool. And like you said, the cult definitely feels like something where it's just like we've got a big plot hole.
Yeah.
Well, the cult.
Put the cult there. Also, there's hundreds of keep out signs, like just scattered around the place, and no one paid any bit of attention. The other cool thing about this game is so the first one was the same, where like the town was open and you could explore, and obviously it's the same thing with this game, but it just feels there's lots of little things that make the game, will make this world feel more alive. Like you got like burger stands and stuff like that. You can just walk around and see. It's not just like creepy schools and creepy apartment blocks, creepy hospitals. It's at like actual like car parks. Like it feels like a living, breathing town. Uh-oh. I mean, yes.
Looks like blood.
Oh. That's your first monster as well. This is doing the classic survival horror thing with like, here's a really stupid thing. I wonder if it's that. It clearly is blood. let's just follow it and see what happens.
Yeah. So that monster was definitely moving way too slowly for me to have not caught up to it by now.
Yeah, it obviously like weirdly teleported away. Oh yeah, anything that James looks at is an item.
Yeah.
And he makes it very obvious when he's looking.
I figured that out when I was testing it earlier for recording. Pick it up.
Yeah, get ready to just mash the item button every 5 seconds.
So one of the things I think I like about this Silent Hill games is that I feel like they don't really tell you where to go and what to do. Like I know you get the map and there are points where you get like circles of literally go here.
Yeah.
But it's quite
open.
It hints at stuff.
The first game was really good at that as well, because like they would literally just put holes in the road so you can get to certain aspects or certain parts of the town. So you were like kind of forced to walk towards where you're going, but you never felt forced. You felt like you're exploring. I mean, there's clearly a monster.
Yeah.
It's like, oh hi.
How the fuck does he not see that?
Love his reaction. Alright, get ready for some amazing combat.
Holy moly.
They are like, that's a lot weaker, because it's just like a cutscene battle.
So when I was testing this earlier, that thing actually sprayed me with acid. I took damage from it. Because I had no idea what the controls were, so I was just standing there like a lemon. One of my favorite things about that scene is his reaction to seeing this. It's probably the first time he's ever seen anything like that.
Yeah.
I think it establishes the kind of character he is, that his immediate reaction is to just grab a board with a nail in it.
Yeah, start swinging.
And yeah.
What the? I'd better take it anyway. I might need it.
So that's your first like universal item. So you get the radio. Whenever there's enemies nearby, the radio make a static sort of sound.
Yeah.
But if you go into your item menu,
whoops, I'm gonna do that a lot.
Yeah. You can adjust the volume of it. So you can put it all the way down, so you will never know where there's monsters, or you can put it all the way up and just like have that always going really loudly.
I don't want it to. I'll see.
Yeah.
See that.
We'll see another monster in a minute, and I'll talk about like the design of it, because this game is by far the best when it comes to like monster design and enemy types. And it also carries across to like other Silent Hill games. Like certain characters will pop back into like other Silent Hill games and the movies. There it is. So like,
so did you want to have a look at that?
Yeah. So it's like okay. So it sprays acids for one.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think it's some kind of connection with Mary and like her illness. So like that was like her being sick. It's quite like sexual as well. Like
yeah,
it's got quite a rear end.
That was my understanding. That was the explanation I'd heard of that one.
Yeah. So like all the
I don't remember a lot of them, but
well, there's like that one. There's mannequin legs. Obviously, this is the first game that had the nurses in it. The first Silent Hill game had nurses and doctors, but they were just like hunched over with like cardigans and stuff on, with like weird things going off their neck. But this one, like everything's quite sexual, and it's because James, whilst Mary was ill, was like obviously not getting what he was craving from like a relationship. So he would have like fantasies about like the nurses and everything else. It's not like no one really says that he has an affair. I think it's kind of implied a lot of the time, but no one really knows about it.
This is one of my favorite rooms.
Oh yeah, as well. Every zone place you go into, find the map first. Because the first time I did this, I think it was the apartment level. I didn't have the map for that, and I had no idea where I was going.
Like the.
So there's a whole
explanation I've seen for it is that it was a link to Silent Hill 4.
Yeah, a lot of people think that because Silent Hill 4, it doesn't actually take place in Silent Hill. It takes place in a nearby town. But then to get to different areas, like different levels, you have to go through holes.
Yeah.
Which could be true, but I'm pretty sure when they were making Silent Hill for the room, it wasn't an actual Silent Hill game. It was a separate horror game originally, and then Konami basically told them to make it into Silent Hill 4.
Oh, okay.
So if that's true, then
that explains why it was awful.
Yeah, that's why.
And
a
also,
lot of
it wouldn't be linked.
A lot of it would just felt a bit weird, and that's why. But there wouldn't be like a reference to a game that wouldn't exist just yet.
I really like James's character model as well.
It's very like it's very bland.
Holy shit!
But like in a good way. So, can you click back on that character, like the dead guy? Can you like get back on it?
No.
It's basically James, but with like misformed head.
Right. Okay.
Every dead body in this game is the same model as James.
Okay.
And like that's not. They didn't do that to save time. They've done that on purpose, basically. Like it wouldn't be too hard just to make a standard corpse and just make it a bit bloody.
Yeah.
Like they've done that for a reason.
Fuck, everything in this game sounds so weird.
Yeah.
So I want to go to the apartments now, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, this is why I'm not playing it. But like, if I played it, we'll just be steaming through this game. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be fun for you at all. So you see when you were testing this, how far did you get? Like, did you get?
Literally, I picked that key up.
Go back a second. And then on your left, and there's like tons of items in there.
I can see one.
First aid kit. And he's looking at another one. So. There you go.
That looks like an. LA Noire interactable door.
It does. That's a cockroach.
Wait, no. I want to go this way, don't I? Fuck, that noise goes straight through me.
So that's the same. That's the same enemies as the people that spit out the gas. They just have like they have this mode where they like go across the ground, like skulls, like scutter across the ground. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Fair enough.
So this is your first zone. I think there's four or five like main sort of hubs.
Is it this one or Silent Hill 3 that's modelled? They use a lot of the same building designs as the ones from Kindergarten Cop.
It's the first one.
Is it the first one?
Yeah, the first one, the school, is Kindergarten Cop. And then
fair enough.
something else. I think like the road signs are named after like horror authors.
Okay, that's cool.
So that's like a garbage chute, I guess.
So what? Wow.
Just throws it away like, I can't be bothered with this anymore. She's not here. You looking for the door?
Yeah, kind of.
Is
it that one?
There, yeah. It's the first one you see when you go through it.
I never said I was smart.